amazing future cities currently being built. As our planet's population continues to grow, urbanization is rapidly becoming an unavoidable reality. The race to create sustainable and innovative future cities is well underway, with visionary architects, urban planners, and technology experts striving to reshape our urban landscapes. These future cities aim to provide efficient infrastructure, sustainability, and improved quality of life for their inhabitants. In this article, we will explore some of the most amazing future cities currently being built, showcasing their groundbreaking designs and initiatives. As a 170-kilometer long mirrored megacity in the Saudi desert makes headlines. Here is a roundup of 10 futuristic cities currently being planned across the globe. Global issues such as the housing crisis and climate change are galvanizing ambitions for a new generation of high-tech cities. The Line, a 500-meter tall skyscraper that will house 9 million people in northwestern Saudi Arabia, as shown in this video, is the most recent example, but not the only one. Big Foster, Partners, and OMA are among multiple architecture studios helping to master plan futuristic urban centers, which often claim to be designed with a focus on sustainability. The Line, Saudi Arabia. The Saudi Arabian government this week unveiled visuals for a 170-kilometer-long, 500-meter-tall linear city planned as part of the NEO mega development. Despite its length and expected population of 9 million, the line will be just 200 meters wide with a transport system promised to connect the two ends within 20 minutes. The city was designed as an alternative to the traditional circular urban layout, with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman touting it as a model for nature preservation and enhanced human livability. Telosa, USA, designed by big Danish architect Bjarke Ingels and his studio BIG are master planning Telosa, a city for 5 million set to be built from scratch on an yet undisclosed site in the US desert. The project is the idea of billionaire entrepreneur Mark Lohr, who hopes it will become the most sustainable city in the world. Part of Lohr's vision is that the land will be owned by a community endowment, meaning increases in value could fund the city's development with resident welfare as the priority. BiodiverCity, Malaysia. Designed by BIG is also master planning BiodiverCity. 1821. Hectare development of 3 artificial islands built off the shore of Malaysia's Penang Island for the state government. Each lily pad, like island, is expected to house 15,000 to 18,000 residents and be connected by an autonomous transport network with no cars. Buildings will be mainly constructed using a combination of bamboo, timber, and concrete, produced from recycled materials with an ecological buffer around each district to support biodiversity. New administrative capital, Egypt, designed by some. Egypt is building an entirely new capital city for up to 7 million people in order to relieve congestion in rapidly growing Cairo, its current capital. Architecture firm SOM produced a master plan for the privately funded project, which will cover 700 square kilometers and feature one of the world's largest urban parks. Indonesia's government has also announced major plans to build a new capital city on the island of Borneo. Its existing capital, Jakarta, is the world's fastest sinking city, having sunk by 2.5 meters in the 10 years to 2019. Amaravati, India, designed by Foster Partners, set on the banks of the river Krishna. The city of Amaravati will act as the new capital for the Andhra Pradesh state in India. It will be arranged around a needle-topped government building and see more than 60% of its central district occupied by greenery or water. The design brings together our decades-long research into sustainable cities incorporating the latest technologies that are currently being developed in India, said Foster Partners, which is also master planning large neighborhoods in Ho Chi Minh and Bangkok. Smart Forest City, Mexico, designed by Stefano Borri Architetti. Italian architect Stefano Borri is working on plans for a forested smart city near Cancun that will contain 7.5 million carbon-absorbing plants and trees across its 557 hectares. It will be designed to house 130,000 people in affordable, plant-covered homes and aims to pioneer a more sustainable way of city living. Smart Forest City Cancun is a botanical garden within a contemporary city based on Mayan heritage and in its relationship with the natural and sacred world, said Borri's studio, an urban ecosystem where nature and city are intertwined and act as one organism. The Orbit, Canada, designed by Partisans. The Orbit is another planned smart city, intended to transform a Canadian farming town through extensive use of fiber optics, drones, and autonomous vehicles, with development decisions based on big data. Toronto firm Partisans has described its design as a modern version of the Garden City movement that emerged in the UK in the early 20th century. It aims to balance new technologies with the existing agrarian setting while growing the town from 30,000 to 150,000 residents. Maldives Floating City. Maldives, designed by Water Studio. Rising sea levels due to climate change mean much of the Maldives is expected to be uninhabitable by 2050. In response, the country's government has partnered with architecture practice Water Studio to design a floating city that will house 20,000 people in a lagoon near its capital, as 1,000 people in a lagoon near its capital is soon as 2024. Billed by the architects as the world's first true floating island city, it will include 5,000 low-rise floating homes and be built on a series of hexagonal structures that rise with the sea. Another prototype climate, resilient floating city is being designed by Danish studio Big together with Samu and tech company Oceanics for the Seas Off Bison in South Korea. Chengdu Future City, China, designed by OMA. Dutch architecture firm OMA has produced a car-free master plan for the capital of China's Sichuan province that it claims challenges conventional urban planning models that are driven by road networks or maximizing gross floor area. Set to occupy a 4.6 square kilometer site, Chengdu Future City will instead focus on the land's rolling topography, with 6 distinct zones designed to blend in with the surrounding landscape. All buildings within each zone will be accessible by foot within 10 minutes, while a smart mobility network utilizing automated vehicles will connect the city to the rest of Chengdu. Innovation Park USA, designed by Ehrlich Yanai Re Cheney Architects and Tom Wiscombe Architecture. Cryptocurrency magnate Jeffrey Burns plans to develop part of Nevada's desert into a smart city powered by blockchain technology. With the help of architecture studios Ehrlich Yanai Re Cheney Architects and Tom Wiscombe Architecture, he intends to transform the 27,113 hectare plot into a community where people can bank, vote, and store data without involvement from governments or third parties. The future of urban living holds immense potential, as evidenced by these amazing future cities currently under construction. From carbon-neutral developments and smart cities driven by advanced technology to projects focused on sustainable design and eco-friendly practices, these urban wonders offer a glimpse into what tomorrow's world might look like. As these cities continue to evolve and become fully realized, they will undoubtedly serve as blueprints for other urban developments around the globe. The visionaries behind these projects are paving the way for a more sustainable, interconnected, and prosperous urban future, offering hope and inspiration for generations to come.